children's room. The curtains hang long and wide as I sit in the corner, just like little Jack Horner.
Why me? Why me? You've ruined my life for 5 years, messing about with you guys. And you leave me sitting at home for a year and a half and give me a phone call. I'm just getting back into reality. Why me? There's loads of Irishmen. Why did you pick an Englishman to be a drummer?
When they did a gig live, and if they were in form, they just won everybody over. And everybody had a great time, and everybody danced like tonight, and everybody got sweaty and sticky, and it was like the Guidor removed to wherever.
Amazing, just come and see people I haven't seen for years. It's just, I mean, no, it's like a reunion for everybody, not only for the band, but for everybody. You know, it's like all old friends. Natural high, kids, I'm sorry.
I've done a lot of sessions with this man called Steve James, producer, and he got flown over to Ireland to see some little Irish band playing in some little pub in some little town. When this lot got hoisted back to London, then I came on the scene, and I haven't looked back since. Got my limo, got my big house, swimming pool. I love it. Let's do it again.
I went round Jim's house, the guitar player, and like worked out a few songs and stuff, and then all of a sudden it was like, okay, I was down at a rehearsal studio and we had a week to get the whole thing together for me to play along with them. I think the first gig was the Marquee, and we had a rave sounds really. So from then on it was plain sailing, you know.
I was recruited at the cast from Dublin and I was played a demo tape of theirs. I was brought over for an audition in London, which I got, strangely enough, as I said before. But for 2 years, basically 2 or 3, we were playing along, doing some great gigs, writing some great songs as were heard tonight. And then the whole thing stopped. Tonight's the first time in about a year and a half we played together. And it was an uplifting experience.
It's one of the best gigs I've ever played, even though I felt I was desperately trying to restrain myself, you know, went over the top. When my reputation had fallen off stage once before me.
We just came together and belted through 8 songs just straight off from the album without having to look back and to work out, you know, to go over anything. It was just all there. I think if you have that chemistry within a band, it's you know, it's something a bit special in my experience of musicians.
These feet so blue to stay, these feelings so blue to stay. These feet so blue to stay.
I don't know, it's just this band playing, it's not the same as any other band I've played with, you know, or likely to play with again. Sorry, I'm knackered. And I've got to go and play another gig.
Haven't seen lads play again. Just remind me, you know, of all that's really brilliant about live music, about energy and sweat.
That's basically what it's about, live music. It's just, it's about people letting their hair down and going, yeah!
I'm completely knackered, as is Jim. I'm going to go and play a gig as well.
I enjoyed the gig tonight, you know, but Christ, are we going to go through all that again?
No,
I'm all right now, though. I'm coping with it. I'm coping with it now. Dave, I don't mind doing it again. Can you pay me this time?
My advice to the bands in Derry and Northern Ireland, even Ireland, is to stay there. I mean, it's much easier to, I think, to create a scene in Ireland than it is here, because there's so many bands in London. And I think A&R men are willing to travel to Ireland now, which they didn't before. I think we were very lucky to get one to come over to see us in the Good Bar in Derry. I mean, it happens a lot more now. I mean, you're also in Ireland, you're a big fish in a small pond.
You can lose yourself very easily in London. We're here now, but we know a lot about it. But if you're a young band coming over here, you'll just find yourself lost. One, you won't get gigs as easily as you think you'll get them, because there's a lot of competition. Two, you won't get record companies to come and see you as easily as you think, again, because there's a lot of competition. And three, you mightn't find somewhere to live as easily as you will find a place to live in Ireland, you know.
The biggest shock for me when I came over here was the cost of renting a place to live. And I just couldn't believe it. You know, I mean, you're so sheltered at home. Maybe living at home with your family or something, and all of a sudden you're over here and you've got to fend for yourself. And it's not easy. You know, it's not easy.
We've paid £100 a week for a 2-bedroom hovel.
Yeah.
That was in 1986.
We were up in a flat in Acton in 1986, £100 a week. There was one room in the house that I could stand up straight in, and that was his room. Because we were on the top floor and there's all these velvet roofs, and I could not stand up straight anywhere in the house apart from one room. And that was £100 a week. And
we were lucky. We were lucky at that time because we had a publishing advance, so that we had bank accounts and checkbooks, you know, and we were guys coming straight off the dole in Northern Ireland to do a checkbook and unlimited funds. So we were able to pay that type of money independently. I've been living in Surrey for the last 4 years. Before I split up, I was in Surrey, but for the last 2 years I've been working social work with mental handicap, which was really rewarding and really good. But even that, for as much as I really liked it, and it was one of the reasons I stopped the Cast of Thousands, because I wanted to get on with something alternative to music. I've missed the music too much, so I've decided to come back to London to experience it once more, even for a limited period.
Well, I'm still playing music with different bands, a couple of bands. I was working at building sites for a while, I was working as a chef for a while. I've been working as a solicitor's clerk on and off for the last few years, which again is interesting work, but not what I want to do ultimately. I mean, it's music, I mean, I want to be a musician. That's it.
Once you get stung, you always want another hit, you know. If you've been in music up to a certain level, I mean, it's not just a live thing, it's just the whole experience of writing and having a Cast of Thousands album and a load of CDs and the singles and, you know, and a few videos. That's enough. At least you've been there.